Baseball on Yes is brought to you in part by Chef IQ, the wireless stay and food thermometer that guarantees steakhouse results. Get perfection. Visit chefiq.com. By Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. By Bet365, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. And by Hyundai, test drive a new Hyundai today, only at your local Hyundai dealer. All due respect to Dunbar, I think I'll take Lou Alcindor at Power Memorial. Just saying. Yankees looking to get the second win in this 4-game set. They won the first game, they lost last night. Orioles have taken the field, so why don't we take a look at the Yankees starting lineup? Brought to you by Stop and Shop. Trent Grisham in center field leads off, then Ben Rice will catch. Aaron Judge over and right for the second straight game. Cody Bellinger at left, Giancarlo Stanton the DH, Jazz Chisholm Jr. at second. Bottom third of the order, first baseman Paul Goldschmidt, Ryan McMahon at third, Anthony Volpe the shortstop. We told you Carlos Rodon's getting the start for the Yankees.
Well, you take a look at Tomoyuki Sugano. He's actually pitched pretty well and has made all of his starts. Thrown to the long ball a little bit, 28 of them, Michael.
And let's check out the Nissan pitcher scatter report.
Well, he has had his first inning woes. He has a 6.43 ERA in the first inning, and it goes down after every inning after that. Get him early. Now, I'm not talking about the first inning. I'm talking about the first two pitches. 0-0, 1-0, 0-1. Hitters are hitting 363 with a robust 652 slug. And it's kind of night and day. Yesterday, they faced a guy, Trevor Rogers, who gave up .25 home runs per 9 innings. Sugano is 1.68 per 9, and he's given up the third most home runs in the American League.
The defense behind him brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. O'Neill, Mateo, and Jackson left to right in the outfield. Westberg, Henderson, Holiday, and Mayo, that's third to first. Alex Jackson, good defender behind the plate. Ryan Mountcastle will DH, and Sugano is on the mound. Sugano's ready. Grisham's ready. And let's do it here in Baltimore. First pitch, a strike. We're underway. Quinn Walcott, the home plate umpire. Edwin Jimenez at first. Ramon De Jesus at second. And Adrian Johnson is the third base ump. The 0-1. 0-2.
Yeah, Michael, you're going to see a ton of splits and a ton of sweepers because hitters have had so much success off his fastball, off his four-seamer, 278, and off his sinker, 333. The sweeper and the split are his bread and butter.
Impressive game last Saturday in Toronto. Hit on the left leg by a comebacker in the first inning. Stayed in the game, pitched 6 innings of 1-run ball. The 0-2. Signed a 1-year, $13 million deal with the Orioles in December. And the only guy he said he's been starstruck facing is Aaron Judge.
Aaron Judge is 4 for 5 off him with a home run, so I kind of understand why.
Slow roller, first base line. One away. All right, Joe, it's time for the keys to the game, brought to you by your local Kia dealers.
Yeah, I think the Yankees have to see the ball up. They have to look for it up because he throws that split like he just did to Trent Grisham down and the sweeper down, and you're not going to have a lot of success. Don't stop there. Yeah, Jazz, I know you got your 30th home run and you have 30 stolen bases. Keep it rolling. Help this team continue to win games. And I think there's some light at the end of the tunnel. They're in the midst of 13 in a row. They've 10 in a row on the road. They've had late arrivals. They finally get an off day Monday, but you got to find a way to have energy tonight and tomorrow.
Pitch to Ben Rice is up and away. Yankees come in at 86 and 68. The Orioles 73 and 81. 2-0. Sugano, 35 years old. Let's check out what the home plate umpire Quinn Walcott's all about. He's pinned to the hitter-friendly side. 13th big league season. Calls fewer high strikes, fewer inside strikes on right-handed batters.
I think Aaron Judge would have liked that last night, the fewer inside.
All right, game time weather presented by Bigelow, the official hot tea of the Yankees. 75 degrees. And got some negative people in the truck. So long, sweet summer. Still beautiful day.
Starting to feel, though, a little bit like fall. We haven't had that on this trip. Minnesota being really warm, here being warm.
Grounded, foul.
Thought he might have had another double, Michael. He's had 6 doubles in the last 8 games. Kind of a double monster. Hits the ball hard. Looks like he may have broke his bat, though.
Yeah, it's a new piece of lumber. Orioles in interesting uniforms. All orange.
And they are really orange.
Kind of has a, no disrespect, a softball-y feel to it. 3-2. Second base, Holloway gets a nice hop. And gets Rice for out number 2.
I mean, you could argue that one of the best games he's pitched all year was against the Yankees the first time he saw them. And he talked about how he wasn't a strikeout pitcher, and he had a number of strikeouts in the game, and he had a great split. This is the 3rd time the Yankees have seen him. They were better the 2nd time. Will they be better than that tonight?
One and 0.
You think he calls home and says, man, you should see this guy I have to pitch against?
Probably, yeah.
With Aaron Judge being
Sure.
involved.
Sky the other way and out of play.
Yeah, that's the split that you want to swing at, that one that's up in the zone. And Aaron just somewhat missed it off the end of his bat a little bit. It's coming back to the barrel, but it just didn't come back enough.
Judge has gone 5 games without a home run. He's at 48 on the year. And he's at 48 in his career against the Orioles in 109 games. And the 2-1. 2-2.
Yeah, this is that sweeper. And again, I love it because you want to attack the one that's up in the zone. He just swung and missed at it. Getting his mind right, Michael. You know, he picks up that piece of dirt, throws it.
Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Pitch. 3-2 on Judge. Holiday shades up the middle for Judge. Mayo pulled off the line at first. And the outfield there straight away. And time.
Well, Michael, I think he wanted to throw a fastball. And I'm sure the first pitch he put down was split, or button he pushed, and then sweeper, and then curveball. And if you think about the strikeouts that he's had in this series, they froze him on fastballs with 2 strikes. And I think that's what they wanted to do there. And I think that's what Sugano wanted to do. I'm not sure that's what Alex Jackson wanted to do.
And the payoff. Ground ball and through for a base hit. Just under the glove of Holiday. Didn't hit it hard, but found a hole. 2-out single.
Yeah, it's a sweeper that's inside, and it jams him because it's kind of an emergency hack, and Holiday lays out, and he can't quite get it to him because he's shading him up the middle. But this is a sweeper that just kind of backs up. Might have been lucky it didn't break a little bit more because it might have been in the seats.
Here's Bellinger and a strike.
Somewhat of a tough combination to run on. 28 starts. He's only given up 8 stolen bases. Jackson's a pretty good thrower. thrown out 33% this year. I mean, that's really high in this day and age.
Jackson was actually traded to the Yankees from the Reds in the Jose Trevino deal that also got the Yankees Fernando Cruz. And then the Yankees traded him to Baltimore in July for international bonus pool money. Hit the other way and out of play.
Can you go back and use that on Basayo?
A couple of years too late. Just underway in Baltimore. Judge at first with 2 men out. Right in on the hands, fouled away.
Cody can foul off some pitches. Up, away, off the plate, in, off the plate.
And that one is looped into right center field. The base hit. Judge motors around second. He'll go to third. Throw comes into second. That's Bellinger's first hit of this series. Now 1 for 8. And puts runners on the corners. 2 men out for Stanton.
Yeah, he goes down and gets this split. I mean, this is a really good pitch. But that's what Cody does. It's almost like he's using a shovel to scoop it off the ground to get it into center field. Judge does a really good job of getting to third base here, understanding that you have a shortstop playing center field, you have a middle infielder playing right, so there could be some issues. It might be a night that you don't want the ball in the air so much.
Pitch low to Stanton. Stanton 1 hit and 7 at bats in the first 2 games. Been a good hitter with runners in scoring position this year. 292. And he's gone 6 games without a home run. One and one.
I think you're saying he's due, Michael.
And I know you believe in due.
I do, and I think he really just missed a pitch last night, hitting it out. He hit a long fly ball to left field, a really high fly ball, and then he did one the night before. He's close.
Bellinger has 12 stolen bases.
I don't think that's his best move.
Did he go? Nope.
Yeah, that's the sweeper that you have to lay off. The one that's down, just like the split. Really good job by Stan. He's saying swing, 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 stop, and he's able to hold up and get to a 2-1 count. But I don't think Sagano's ever going to give in this situation.
From the same pitch, 2-2.
He's got really good command with all his pitches, and you're going to see this sweeper on the outside corner. Now it's up a little bit, but he's only walked 35 hitters in 150 innings.
The 2-2. Fly ball deep right. Jackson back on the track at the wall. See ya! A 3-run home run over the high scoreboard, and the Yankees are on the board 3-0.
Well, just like Thursday night, they had a couple runners on, and there was a double by Rosario that put him up 2-0 in the first inning. And this is just a really good at bat by Giancarlo Stanton, his 21st home run and his 56th RBI, and that's career home run number 450.
So that moves him out of the tie with Bagwell and Guerrero. Next up will be Carl Yastrzemski. Some big names on that list. 450. Nice round number for Giancarlo Stanton.
I didn't realize that Adam Dunn had 462 home runs.
Amazing, right? Jazz Chisholm swings and misses.
Yeah, this is a sweeper, and it's not a bad pitch. He just goes down and gets it. And he's got so much power. His 10th home run to the opposite field. And when I say opposite field, I just mean to the right of center field. He's got 11 to the pull side and 10 to the opposite field side. Michael, that's 56 RBIs in 70 games.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Waved at that one. Well, we told you about Sugano's first inning troubles, and they continue. We told about his home run troubles, and that continues.
And you told us that Giancarlo Stanton was going to hit a home run. Why didn't you do that when I was hit?
I did. It didn't seem to work.
I guess I set myself up.
Although
for that.
I was on the mic on the radio when you had that triple off of Maddox.
Okay. I appreciate you
I think I
calling
said
that.
to John, I don't think he's had a triple off Maddox in a long time.
They're playing him like little league distance in center field.
Strike three. Chisholm down looking. But with 2 outs, the Yankees get a single, and then Giancarlo Stanton says, you know what? I've been sitting on 449 for a while. Here's 450. And when it lands, the Yankees have 3 runs. Yankees 3 and the Orioles coming to bat. Well, one swing by Stanton gives the Yankees 3. Jackson Holliday, Jordan Westberg, and Gunnar Henderson as the top of the order. Then Tyler O'Neill is going to clean up. Ryan Mountcastle, the DH, Jeremiah Jackson at right. And the bottom third, Kobe Mayo, Alex Jackson, and Jorge Mateo plays center field. He bats ninth, and we've seen Tomoyuki Sugano on the mound for the O's.
Yeah, you see Carlos Rodón, 31 starts. He's 16-9. He's an innings eater. He's done a better job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. He has a number of Ks and a really low opponent's batting average.
Check out the Nissan pitcher scatter report, Joe.
Well, 8 is great. His last 8 starts, he's given up 2 or fewer runs, and the Yankees are 6-2 in those starts. Why did you stop? Well, in the last 2 games, Carlos has not gotten any run support, and the Yankees are 0-2 in those games. I guess they answered that. He was second in baseball in run support, only behind Max Fried. The last 2 starts he's had, no runs. And just one more, Carlos, you set a career high in wins last year at 16. You're tied with that now. Heck, go get number 17.
Check out the defense, brought to you by your Tri-State Chevy dealers. Bellinger, Grisham, and Judge in the outfield left to right. McMahon, Volpe, Chisholm, and Goldschmidt third to first. Then Rice behind the plate. Stanton we saw as a DH, and Rodón getting a new pitch comm. He's on the mound.
You know, the pitch comm's already broke, Michael.
Not even one pitch. Well, the Yankees managed just 2 runs yesterday, and they have 3 already as we go to the bottom of the first. One and 0, Jackson Holliday. Holliday, 21 years old, still struggles against left-handed pitching, hitting .208 against lefties, .265 against righties. And it shows up in OPS as well against right-handers, .751 OPS. Against left-handers, it drops to .592. There's a strike.
There has been a lot of improvement. He's hit 60 points higher than he did last year. And he actually leads the team in home runs with 17, so there has been improvement.
Chopped to first. Goldschmidt, unsure of what hop to take it on, finally picks one and then takes you out of first.
Yeah, infielders are always looking for that, either that short hop or the long hop, and it looked like he got somewhat in between. He really topped it, and those are the toughest ground balls to read and to feel. And you're going to see him come over the top of this ball, and it's just got some funny spin, and it kind of takes off. It's a high hop, and then it's a low hop, and I think that's what confused him.
Here's Westberg.
Let's go back to Max Fried's start, right?
Uh-huh.
He had so much success with sinkers and changeups away to the right-handers. I wonder if Carlos is going to try to repeat that.
Obviously watching closely from the dugout, but is his stuff the same as Fried's? You see the games that you care about. Cleveland 6-0 over Minnesota game 1. Top 2 0-0 in game 2 of that doubleheader. And also Detroit lost to Atlanta, and the Guardians are right there now.
1 on the loss column.
Yeah,
that's it.
It's amazing.
And they play 3 games next week, I believe. So far, he stayed away from him with changeups and sinkers. Does he dare throw that slider down and in, seeing that he's lived on the other side, and does he believe that he has a feel for it?
Swing and a miss. Slider diving down and in, 2 away.
Yeah, a really good sequence there with away, 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 and then let me throw this nasty slider down and in. Don't forget about that. I still have that pitch. Max Fried has that, but he'll use his curveball more. Carlos has the nasty slider down and into righties.
Here's Gunnar Henderson. 0-1.
Good sinker there. I always think sinkers to lefties are really effective, especially when they're inside, because they're always looking out over the plate against left-handers.
Isn't that dangerous though, Joe? I keep hearing that low and into a lefty is a happy zone.
But the ball's not coming into them from the right side. It's different with this a lefty, because I think they're looking out away more.
Did he go? No.
And he takes a lot of balls the other way, and I think he went. He takes the ball the other way a lot, as we saw him do off of Tim Hill last night for the double to make it 4-2.
Swing and a miss. 2-2.
Yeah, really good slider here that fools Henderson, and I think part of that is that he showed him in early that he will go in, and he can't just look out over the plate.
Ground ball. Diving stop there by Goldschmidt. Will they get him? No.
Yeah,
He beats Rodón to the bag.
I don't think he tagged the bag, and I think he tried to tag him, and you know, that's tough. Henderson runs really well. I mean, he has 26 stolen bases. You're going to see that he's going to beat him to the bag, and he tries to tag him, but he's just a second late. I mean, I think they did everything they could on this, and it's just because Carlos falls off to that third base side, and it's a little bit harder for him to get over there, and Henderson runs really well. I mean, he breaks pretty quickly here off the mound. He doesn't wait that long, but he just doesn't quite have this foot speed of Gunnar Henderson.
One and one. One and two.
And they've done a really good job of staying away from Tyler O'Neill too, because a ton of power, a ton of pull power, loves to hit off left-handers. And again, will he go down and in with this slider?
Runner goes. Throw to second. Not in time. 27th stolen base for Henderson.
Yeah, he gets a great jump here, and so many guys do this with 2 strikes, 2 outs, and You know, I think Minnesota ran on him a lot, and obviously the Orioles look to run on him too, and he's going to have to vary his times, his moves, make sure he keeps these guys close.
Ground ball, third base. McMahon backhands, fires, got him. No runs a hit, one man left. We played one, it's 3-0 Yanks. Well, let's check out FanDuel's live same-game parlay. Is Judge going to hit a home run? Volpe get a hit? Rodón, 7 or more strikeouts. Check it out. Paul Goldschmidt against Sugano. There's a view from the warehouse. And a strike.
Yeah, he got robbed of that 2-run homer last night. Was it the 6th inning, or maybe it was a little bit earlier than that? Changed the complexion of that game where they lost 4-2.
Boone said something today, Joe. It's one of the nicest things I've ever heard anybody say about another player. And he said, Paul Goldschmidt is about as fine a human being as I've ever dealt with in all of Major League Baseball. I mean, you were there, Meredith. It was pretty amazing, right?
No doubt about it. And Paul Goldschmidt, since spring training when he first arrived, has been a guy that has been taking other players under his wing and really trying to make them better. He's a true professional. I know I've talked to James Rowson multiple times throughout the season, and he says Paul Goldschmidt is always going to give you a professional at bat out there. He just does things the right way every day. And people see that, and they see the consistency, Michael.
And Boone said Goldie is the gold standard for what you want a player to be. Swing and a miss. One away.
Michael, when I think about it, I think about Goldie is that there isn't anything that he doesn't do well during his career. He ran the bases extremely well. He hit for average. He hit for power. He drove in runs, and he played Gold Glove defense. He took every aspect of the game and figured out a way to be good at it, and that's a complete player, and that's what you want. And talk about running the bases well and stealing bases, you know, during his career. He's not the fastest guy in the world, but he's really smart.
The 0-1. 1-1. McMahon 4 hits in his last 34 bats. Now 4 for 35 with that ground ball.
I know they're trying to make adjustments with Ryan McMahon, and you hope that by the time that next week ends, he's in a much better spot because he hits the ball extremely hard. It's just the consistency.
Here's Volpe. 1-0. 1 hit in 7 at bats this series. That was a double, quickly followed by a stolen base at third.
He is 8 for 28 off the Orioles this year. He's had a good year against this Baltimore club. Take the 1 for 7 in this series. He was 7 for 21 before this.
Two and 1 on Volpe. Two. And the pitch. Slow ground ball, foul.
He just needs to keep that fair, Michael. That's a base hit. Right down that line. And this again is when he gets in trouble, when he tries to hook that sweeper instead of trying to stay inside it.
Base hit, right field. 2-out single for Volpe.
Really good job of being willing to go the other way and extending this inning on Sugano. He gets a fastball that's up, middle away, may not even be a strike, and hits it to right field, a hard line drive. And now the inning is extended. And, you know, obviously you want to get to this Baltimore bullpen because there's so much inexperience down there. And they're guys that have been with 1 club, 2 clubs, 3 clubs, 4 clubs. You can get some runs out of that bullpen. So it's going to be at 50 pitches here before you know it.
1-0 on Grisham. Want to take this time,
okay,
to send out birthday wishes, belated by 1 day, to Ann Bruno down in Tampa. Unbelievable Yankee fan, a lovely woman, and she watches every inning of every single game. She's glued to the TV. And happy birthday, Ann. I hope you had a wonderful one yesterday. And a day late, we say happy birthday to you.
We call it her birthday week. So happy birthday.
There you go.
Enjoy the whole week.
There you go. She's got ratings of all the announcers who she likes the most. I'm not going to give out what they are, but she's got them.
Well, obviously you're at the top of the list. If she told you.
No. I heard through sources. I heard through sources that she's got her favorites, but she doesn't make it known. But she's one of my favorites. I don't care where I'm rated.
But you're trying to get that rating up.
Oh, this should help.
So some of the clubs defensively against the Yankees have been doing the drop the glove with the catcher when the base runner starts hopping.
Right.
To let the pitcher know, because when you hop, there's no way you can turn around and go back. And I think it's something that the Yankees have to figure out. Okay, they were getting away with it a ton, the big leads, the big jumps, but teams are starting to defend it. And you might have to think about some other things that you can do.
Snap throw to first, and Volpe scampers back.
And it's interesting for Anthony because with the left shoulder problems that he's had, and he got a huge jump there, he could have maybe went. To me, he has to be careful sliding head first. And when you get so far out, it can be dangerous because I worry about him irritating that shoulder again. Sugano saying there's no clock on for him to see.
Do you like the hopping like that?
Well, I think it's easier to do it with a left-handed hitter because it's harder for the catcher to see, but with a right-handed hitter, the catcher can see. And I think it's risky. I think teams are figuring it out.
Right.
And I feel like they've been caught more than they haven't been lately.
Runner goes. And off the glove of a leaping Holiday in the right field. So moving to third is Volpe. A base hit for Grisham.
Yeah, really good job by Trent to extend the bat, get to a 3-2 count. This looks like a cutter that's up. Well, it stayed in the ballpark. That's the good news for Sugano, but the good news for the Yankees is they got first and third. Ben Rice up, who's been swinging the bat extremely well.
looked like Grisham either was going or it was a great bluff.
Well, what they're trying to do is they're trying to read the shortstop and second baseman. What are you doing? Are you going to move? Because if you move like you're going to cover, then we're not going to run. But if you don't do that, we're probably going to run. And the catcher should really come out and give another sign. So you saw the shortstop go towards second base. So that tells you they're probably throwing through. And with a runner on third and a left-handed hitter up, the catcher can see what the runner at third is doing, opposed to a right-handed hitter up. And you feel more vulnerable as the base runner, so you're not as aggressive at getting a lead if you want to run on the double steal. Ooh. It's a little low, Michael, and I think the Yankees have told themselves that they need to lay off the low pitch. And that's a ball on Ben Rice, but it's called. Sugano gets somewhat back in the count.
All right, 2-2 on Rice. 2 outs. Runners on first and third here in the second. 3-2. So Grisham will go and Volpe will stay anchored at third. Slow roller. Sugano fields. They'll get Rice, and he works out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 men left on base. We're going to go to the bottom of the second. It's 3-0 Yankees. Well, it's time for Pinstripe Pride, brought to you by Toyota, the official hybrid vehicles of the Yankees. And tonight's picture is of Lainey, who attended her first sporting event earlier this week in Minnesota, and she got to see a Yankees win. I love that name, Lainey. The end of the regular season is approaching, but keep posting your pictures to social media with the hashtag Toyota Pinstripe Pride.
Saw a lot of Yankee fans in Minnesota. A ton here, as you talked about.
Yep.
Tell you what, there were some nights it was pretty rough in that bullpen. As the Yankee bullpen is out in left center field, and there's a walkway right behind it. There were some words that weren't always so kind, Michael.
Now, you started a lot. I wonder if
I started it a lot?
No, when you were here, you were behind the plate most of the time. But Mariano,
did you forget about Jorge Posada coming in?
Well, that was later. Yeah. But Mariano told me the worst bullpens are Fenway and Seattle. I said, why Seattle? He said,
it's just like that.
They're really over-caffeinated.
Right. But they are right on top of you.
I think I would get a little bit nervous at Fenway. I mean, they're right there.
I almost feel like they're just as close in Seattle, too.
Yeah, but there's a fence.
Yeah.
0-2.
Well, there's always a fence, someone protecting you, but it's, I tell you what, there's some rough bullpens.
I'm sure it's no treat for the visitors at Yankee Stadium.
No, I would say that most opposing bullpens aren't very favorable.
One-two. Slow roller. And they're not going to get him. The only chance Rodón had was to try to lunge and tag him. He couldn't do it.
I actually thought he could have flipped it to Paul Goldschmidt, but I just think that he couldn't make the transfer what he felt in time. Paul didn't know what to do. Should he get out of the way? How about these couple of hits that they've had here, Michael? Soft contact, really weak contact on a changeup there by Mountcastle. And he can run. I mean, you look at the size of him, you don't say, I don't think he runs too well. I think he does.
He got him, but the ball got kicked out. Yeah. Here's Jeremiah Jackson. High fly ball, center field. Grisham hardly had to move. Now comes in a bit.
Yeah, you're going to see this ball that gets kicked out. He actually tags his foot here before his left foot hits the bag, but it kicks it out. And that's why Ryan Mountcastle is safe. But I'm sure that Carlos right there said, yeah, those are a little bit easier outs. A little fly ball to center on the first pitch. Maybe I should stick to those, because he's had to sprint hard to first base twice already. On Gunnar Henderson's ball, and now Ryan Mountcastle's.
There's Kobe Mayo. Another high pop-up. Rice and McMahon. McMahon said, let me have it. 2 outs.
And if Ben Rice was smart, he was saying, please take it. I don't need this. Okay, I know this guy doesn't get to play a lot, but he's had a pretty good year this year, and it's been kind of feast or famine. He has 20 hits, 8 are doubles and 5 are home runs. So there is power there. And I was looking, Michael, okay, yeah, he's fairly big, but his bat speed, if he had enough at bats, would be in the top 15 in the game. So there's something to work with here.
0-2. Swing and a miss. Jackson down on strikes. No runs ahead. Now 1 man left on base. 8 pitches in the inning for Rodón. Camden Yards. Yankees lead 3-0 on the first inning. 3-run home run by Stanton. And it started with 2 outs. Judge punched a single through the right side, followed by Bellinger's single and then Stanton's home run. So Judge leads off the 3rd. Judge 48 home runs for the season and 48 home runs against the Orioles in his career. One and one. Two and one on Judge.
Michael, I think he had 24 starts in Japan last year. And he's 35 years old. I think he was the MVP. 23, he gave up 3 runs or less in 23 of the 24. I mean, he is a guy that just knows how to pitch. And the Yankees have done a great job in making him work. 12 seasons over in Japan. 3-time league MVP. We've seen him field a couple balls and he's made it easy. Some gold gloves. Interesting enough, we always worry so much about when a Japanese pitcher comes here adjusting to the 5-day rotation. He's done it 6 times, and it's his lowest ERA in days off, where he pitches on normal rest, what we would consider normal rest, 4 days off. It has been his lowest ERA, so he has adjusted pretty well.
Well, let's take a look at connections by Verizon Business. Last 14, seems like he's wearing down just a bit. The numbers have gone up across the board. 3-2. Judge fouled it twice. High drive, left field. Is it fair? That ball in. his 49th of the year, and the Yankees lead 4-0. A high drive right down the line, and it snaked around the foul pole.
Well, Sagano talked about being in awe of Aaron Judge, and so far in his career, he's 6 for 7 with 2 home runs, his 49th of the year, 364 for his career, and now 105 RBIs. And what was great about Michael, that was a long at bat, 8-pitch at bat. He hits a home run, he wins the at bat, and the Yankees have done a really good job off of Sagano tonight. After facing a really stingy pitcher last year or last night when it came to home runs, they're making up for it tonight.
Judge had gone 5 games without a home run, and he connects for number 49. One more, it'll be his 4th 50 or more home run season. That would tie Babe Ruth.
Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa as well, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. It's pretty elite company there.
And Bellinger gets punched out.
Yeah, a sweeper, Michael, that didn't really sweep. It kind of spun right there for Aaron Judge. And you worry about when pitchers have a long inning in the first, a long inning in the second, the third inning is getting long, that it's hard to make quality pitch after quality pitch because you're fatigued.
It wasn't quite Carlton Fisk, but he was wishing it fair.
Yeah, and it's so high, you don't know if, like, I feel like he lost one in Tampa because of the low pole, and it was so high and when they played in Tampa. But this one, he kept it fair. He did a really good job, and he knows it. Tell you what, the Travis Chapman and Luis Rojas have really done a lot of slapping hands this year.
261.
61.
Yankee record 2019, they hit 306. They're not going to get to that.
During COVID, you couldn't do that.
You're right. Three and two.
As a manager, I got a picture sent to me from the league office. Here's the side swing. I know this is Paul's favorite. I mean, look how he just goes down at that back knee. There's nothing going forward, which allows him to stay behind the baseball. But of me slapping a high five in a guy in the dugout after he hit a home run, and I wasn't allowed to do. Yeah, this is Paul's look. He likes to see the fans in the background. So a lot of Oriole fans here tonight. It's supposed to be an orange night, but there's some fans standing up, Michael.
That was ball 4. So did they fine you for high-fiving?
I just got a warning. And I was, Michael, sometimes I can be a little, usually I let a lot of things roll off my back, but sometimes I can be a little tough. And I'm a catcher. Cal Raleigh has had a great year, but I still think when you look at the composite of the numbers, Aaron Judge is your MVP. And you look at the WAR, you look at, the OPS, the slug, the on base, and Cal Raleigh has had a great year. Did I think ever in the wildest dreams that a catcher could compete with Aaron Judge for MVP? No. But I mean, look at the difference in the OPS. It's almost 200 points. I mean, that's huge.
And also, we're showing Fangraphs WAR.
Yes.
Which puts a lot of import on framing pitches, which obviously Judge can't do. But on Baseball Reference WAR, he's almost 2 full points ahead of Cal Raleigh.
But that's part of Cal Raleigh's job.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's important if you're a catcher, you get rewarded for really good defense because
high fly ball. Mateo puts it away.
Because because an outfielder or infielder can get rewarded for really good defense, right? So he's being rewarded because he does what he's supposed to. He's actually a really good thrower too. I mean, he does a good job of throwing out base runners. So I think it should be included. But in saying that, it's still not greater than Aaron Judge.
Right. And we're not showing Judge has more walks. Judge has more runs scored by a lot.
Less strikeouts. Has played in less games.
I think the thing that Aaron Judge has going against him is Judge fatigue, because he's so great. I think people take it for granted, and they're always looking for the new next thing. And I think we saw that with Nikola Jokic in the NBA. Before that, LeBron. When you win a lot, they're looking for a reason to give it to somebody else. But I think Judge's numbers are so outstanding. Right back.
You're paying attention tonight, I noticed, Meredith. I mean, that would make me nervous what he just did with his arm there, where he picked it up his arm and kind of did a circle with it. 83 pitches in 3 innings. That's a lot of pitches in 3 innings.
And that one gets Goldschmidt, and he doesn't seem as if he has an arm guard. That hits skin. So he'll go to first base.
And you look at Sugano, he usually averages 16.1 pitches per inning, and he's been throwing him a lot of sinkers inside, and this one you see takes off. It misses the arm guard. You're going to see Drew French, the pitching coach, come out. It actually knocks the arm guard off. Yeah. It's just a lot of pitches for 3 innings. I would think they got to get the bullpen going. And Michael, I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't come out next inning if he gets the out even here quickly.
Well, they do have the bullpen working. Jose Castillo warming up. Now I'm looking at the uniforms of the Orioles, and it's all orange. And James Smythe looked this up. The Orioles wore the original all orange uniforms from 1971 to 72, and it's funny how things stick in your mind as a kid. So I remember watching a game at home as a 10-year-old, and Bill Rizzuto, Bill White, and Frank Messer were making fun of Boot Powell and how he looked in an all-orange uniform. Boot Powell is a very big first baseman.
It's funny you mention his name. He's going to be up in the booth next to us in the Orioles.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. What do you call that? A tease, or?
I guess.
And Eddie Murray's going to be here as well.
2 pretty good players.
Yes. Boys like to hit a little bit.
There's Boog. And Ben McDonald and Jim Palmer's there. Play-by-play guy obscured as always. That's Kevin Brown. Brilliant.
Maybe we can get some Boog's Pal barbecue set up here, Michael.
All you have to do is ask.
Yeah, look at that.
There's Kevin Brown. Got to give him some love. McMahon grounds to second. And that'll do it as the Yankees strand 2, but they do add a run. And they do it with the bat of Aaron Judge. Hadn't had a home run in his last 5 games. But then this, right down the line, inside the foul pole. His 49th of the year, and the Yankees have a 4-0 lead. Well, Carlos Rodón has been nominated for the 2025 Roberto Clemente Award presented by Capital One. Fans vote to recognize who best represents the game through positive contributions on and off the field. Vote today at MLBtogether.com/Clemente Award.
What an award to give. This basically, you're doing so much good for the community to be recognized. I mean, for all 30 players that are recognized, it's special.
I remember our colleague, Ken Singleton, who had a lot of accolades throughout his career. He won the Clemente Award. He said it's the most special award that he has.
Wow. I could see that.
One and one. Judge won it a couple of years ago. I believe Al Leiter won it as well.
Played Mateo a little bit in center field last year, and this is his 10th start in center field. It's been hurt a lot this year, Michael. Only 79 at bats. Kind of hard to get in the flow of a season with only 79 at bats.
I'm also amazed at putting him in center. I know they're trying to find a center fielder. He's so good in the infield. Mateo is special. 2-2. Did he go? They said the first base umpire looked like he punched him out. Well, show him again, Edwin. Well, believe me, he struck out.
I thought Mateo got hit in the foot with the way he picked it up, but even if you get hit in the foot and you swing, you are out. You're gonna look at this.
He did not get hit.
No.
He's acting.
Pretty good acting, because he got me. I'm not sure he went there either, Michael. But we'll take it.
0-1 on Holiday.
What do you think? Pretty close.
Yeah. Oh, and 2. Jackson Holliday's younger brother Ethan was the 4th overall pick in this year's draft by Colorado. They picked him out of high school.
Kind of cool. That's where his dad played.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And have a #1 pick and a #4 pick in the first round. Pretty impressive. Grisham retires Holiday.
Dad got smart. I think he's their agent.
Might as well get 10%, right?
That's awful high, Michael. I'm sure he doesn't take anything, but I mean, his dad was a great player. I had a chance to manage him. A great human being. You talk about a good family, special. Daughter remembers them being in the playroom. Lena would be in the playroom with Ethan.
(0-1) on Westberg.
He was their Roberto Clemente.
Yes.
Yes. Recipient for the Orioles.
One and 2. Bottom of the 3rd, 4-0 Yankees. A 3-run home run by Stanton. Solo shot by Judge. 57th game that they've homered together in the same game. Yankee record is 75 with Lou Gehrig and Babe Ruth.
I think they got a chance to break that. Stanton's got 2 more years.
Yeah, he's got a couple more years. Be tough. And when they both homer, the Yankees are 49-7.
It's a pretty good formula.
Yep. And down goes Westberg. 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Rodón. We're going to go to the 4th. It's 4-0 Yanks. Series Bronx Buds presented by Hexclad. On this week's show, the gang adventures around the Big Apple in search of the perfect bubblegum bubble. Stream Bronx Buds exclusively on the Gotham Sports app. It's fun for the whole family. New pitcher is Jose Castillo, and the Cadillac scoreboard shows the Yankees up 4-0. Made his Oriole debut on Thursday. He's on his 4th team of the season: Diamondbacks, Mariners, Mets, and now the O's. (29 years old).
Actually pitched pretty well the other night on Thursday. Strike thrower.
1 2/3 scoreless innings, 3 strikeouts.
You know, Michael, they ended up calling up Jose Espada yesterday. One of their players went on the bereavement list, and they have a chance to use 70 players in a season.
It's amazing.
It would tie the Marlins, who used 70 last year.
So Volpe walks on 4 pitches. Right after we say that Castillo is a strike thrower.
Yeah. Trying to put the whammy on him, Mike.
Back to the top of the order, and Trent Grisham. 5 in a row. 1-0. All right, Kansas City's jumped out to a 2-0 lead over the Blue Jays. That's top of the 5th inning. Yankees 3 in back of Toronto in the AL East. That's why, Joe, yesterday was such a tough loss.
Yeah.
Toronto got a beating at the hands of Kansas City, and the Yankees couldn't take advantage. Remember, they're 3 back, but they're really 4 back because Toronto has a tiebreaker.
I mean, last night was the night they ran into what you could argue has had the best year of any pitcher. I know he doesn't have the starts that a lot of the other guys, but Trevor Rogers is dominant. They're going to see him again next Friday night, I believe, at the stadium.
They probably feel great about that.
Yeah, I should see Sagano, but they saw him. A lot of guys who hadn't seen him much have now seen him.
Two and 2 on Grisham. Swing and a miss. Grisham down on strikes.
Yeah, pretty good located fastball. I know he walked Volpe on 4 straight pitches, but he's going to see a number of lefties, and now Aaron Judge is trying to get that scouting report from Trent. You're right, Michael. They trust him. They love what he tells them.
And a strike to Rice. Rice, a .260 hitter against righties, .210 against lefties.
But I believe that he has improved as the year has went on, and he does have 6 home runs off of left-handers. I also believe that he's improved against right-handers with the breaking ball, the sweeper into him.
Runner goes. Chop foul. Pretty good jump by Volpe.
Yeah, and a lot of times as a right-hander, you can see a guy go when he has a big jump, but as a lefty, you have no idea.
Two and 2. Cooking up something special with Hexclad. Join the hybrid revolution at hexclad.com. 95th percentile on average exit velocity, 98th in hard hit percentage, and 94th in barrel. In short, that means he hits the ball really hard.
And that's why his expected batting average is 48 points higher than what it is, because if you look at those numbers, some bad luck there, Michael, he's had this year.
Strike 3. Rice down looking. And that'll bring up Aaron Judge and bring us to the Audi Electric moment. Experience a fully electric Audi vehicle. Your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
Yeah, this long high home run off of Sugano put the Yankees up 4-0. His 49th of the season, his 49th off of the Baltimore Orioles in his career. It's good to see him get back in that home run column. It's been 5 games, Michael?
5 games. Now sitting 1 away from 50. His batting average at .330. And he said yesterday the batting title means something to him. He said, I'll talk about it more if it happens, but it's significant. He's not one of these guys that wants to hit 50 home runs and hit 220.
No, I think there's a lot of milestones that are extra special. I think the batting title is. I think 100 RBIs is special. I think 30-30 is special.
And he would become the tallest batting champion in Major League Baseball history at 6'7". There are several tied now that have won the batting title at 6'5".
Just skip right over the 6'6" guy.
Yep. It could have been Winfield. Cleveland leading Minnesota 3-0, top of the 5th inning, looking to sweep a doubleheader.
And that's against Joe Ryan. So saw Pablo Lopez yesterday, Joe Ryan here, those tallest guys that have won a batting title.
All of them 6'5". Volpe doing some dancing. With a lefty on deck, I don't want Volpe stealing, because then they might think, well, let's just
yes, I agree.
Judge.
And I know Belly's been great, but I want to let Aaron hit here.
Grounded and grabbed there by Henderson. Steps on the bag, and that'll do it. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. Well, this October, Brooklyn Nets basketball returns to yes as Coach Jordy Fernandez leads a fresh new squad loaded with young talent. Tune in this Tuesday at noon for live coverage of Nets Media Day. Then catch the first preseason game on October 4th, all right here on Yes and the Gotham Sports app.
How many picks did they have in the first round?
5.
And weren't they all guards?
I don't know if they were all guards.
I think they were. It's a guard league, Michael.
Need some height. Ground ball to Jazz. He gets Henderson.
Here's that sinker in. He threw him a sinker the last at bat, and he ended up taking it, but he gets him to chase that one, and nice easy ground ball. Tyler O'Neill last year hit .313 with an 1179 OPS off of left-handers. That was 3rd in all of baseball. He had 16 home runs and 128 at-bats. And that's why Baltimore went and got him. And he's had a hard time staying healthy. He's had some neck issues.
Yeah, 3 stints on the IL.
Yeah.
Only 48 games.
And they really caught a break because Ramon Laureano filled in for him and was fantastic. So good that the Padres wanted him.
All right, so my buddy, who's a basketball expert, Alan Hahn, does the Knicks pre-post games. He said they took 5 wings.
Not drumettes.
If Alan says it, I believe it. High fly ball right field. Judge toward the line.
So is a wing considered a guard?
Well, I would look at a wing as a 3, a 2 and between a 2 and a 3. So it could be a guard.
A 2-tree?
A 2-tree.
Yeah. But guys that are 6'10" are guards now.
You're right.
So everybody's a guard.
Luke is pretty big. He's a guard.
Yeah.
Mountcastle takes upstairs.
I think I would stay with that same plan, with that changeup away to him and that sinker away from him. And if you get ahead of him, you can throw this back foot slider. There's the changeup. Trying to figure out what was wrong with that ball that Ben Rice just threw. He just threw a great changeup. You dropped it in the dirt. There's no way it got scuffed, and you threw it out.
Tyler Kepner of The Athletic wrote a story the other day, the lifespan of a baseball. Like the average lifespan is 2 pitches.
2 pitches.
I mean, all the thing they go through, the needles they have to get to have all the stitching put on, and boom, 2 pitches, you're out.
So, and there's probably on average about 300 pitches a night.
Yeah, a lot of baseballs used.
Yeah. I tell you where. Oh, there's a great pitch.
Well, he is retired now 9 in a row. Pitching very well as we go to the 5th. Well, tomorrow afternoon on Yes, the Yankees and the Orioles wrap up this 4-game set here at Camden Yards. Coverage begins at 12:30 with Audi batting practice in the pregame, with first pitch scheduled for 1:35 on Yes and the Gotham Sports app. It's the final road game of the regular season. Yankees then head home for the last 6 games against the White Sox and the same Orioles. So you want to have an amazing stat?
Yes. You know, I love
tomorrow
stats.
is road game number 81.
Okay.
And another season goes by that O'Neill avoided the road.
Not one. He's like Mo. Mo didn't have any road pants in spring training.
Yep. Never wore the grays.
I used to every once in a while circle his name on the list just to mess with him.
You know what? I
don't even think he looked at the list, to the travel list.
He just knew he wasn't going.
Yeah.
O'Neill did go to Cincinnati.
Well, that's home.
And also Miami. Which
That's
is also
home.
Yep. Three and one. And the pitch. 3-2.
So you work a lot of games a year.
Yep.
Do you take any home games off?
I usually don't, but I was forced by the boss. I think
because you got a little O'Neill in you.
How so?
Well, your games that you take off are on the road.
Well, I just do what I'm told.
For some reason, I don't believe that was always the truth.
Oh, really?
I think there's a little rebellious side to you.
Not as an employer or employee, as Bellinger works a walk. And here's Giancarlo Stanton, and that leads us to the optimum don't take slow for an answer replay.
I love these 3-run homers in the first inning, Michael, to settle a pitcher down, allow him to go to work, and just has enough distance to get out of here. His 21st home run of the year. We'll get number 22 here.
And a strike.
You know, I know as a pitcher, pitchers have a lot of confidence in themselves, and you have to have guts to go out there all the time. This man never leaves the box. It's a little intimidating. He doesn't move his feet.
Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Got him.
I don't think so. They called him safe.
I thought he punched him out in the right hand.
No, he called him safe, and they may want to take a look at it, but Jackson can really throw. I mean, he gets a huge jump, but you see the accuracy. Nice play by Jackson Holliday to pick that ball and put down a quick tag, too. But I think Belly got in there. I think if he throws it to where it's in the air, I think he's out.
It's a great pick.
Did he tag his hand there? No.
Not challenging.
No.
So Stanton's out. The 0-1 to Chisholm.
Yeah, a really good pick and trying to get the tag down.
Really close.
Yes. Here are the Yankees. You want to keep adding on here, so maybe you don't have to use the back end of your bullpen. And then tomorrow you can use everybody because you have a day off on Monday.
Stolen base for Bellinger's 13th of the year. Chisholm 0 for 2. Grounded and knocked down by Henderson, but then it trickles into left field. Bellinger will score. It will be an RBI single for Jazz, and the Yankees lead 5-0.
Good job of Jazz taking this fastball away the other way, and Henderson may have had a hard time throwing him out. He does have a pretty good arm, and it just goes off his glove a little bit that allows it to trickle into left field. But I think he would have had a hard time throwing Jazz, but he would have kept Bellinger at third, but it gets by, and now the Yankees have their 5th run. Just underneath his glove. He tries to slide and stop his momentum, and you can see Belly's going to stop. Then once it gets by, Luis Rojas sends him home.
Well, they'll probably bring in Cano to face Goldschmidt. Here comes Mansolino, the interim manager. Took over when Brandon Hyde was fired. He's done a really good job. And he does signals to the bullpen. Yankees have a run. They have a runner at first with 1 man out. Goldschmidt against Cano when we get back. Yes is brought to you in part by Spectrum. It's internet, mobile, and streaming TV all from one place. By your local Tri-State Genesis retailers. Learn more at genesis.com. And by the New York Lottery. Get out there and play. 2 pretty good second basemen.
Yeah, Willow. Love Willow.
2 pretty good pitchers.
Yeah.
2 pretty good switch hitters. Yennier Cano. 5 games against the Yankees this year, no earned runs, but the Yankees have had his number at times.
Michael, this is a guy that I think has gotten away from his strengths. His strengths were always his sinker and his changeup. And he would throw, when he first came up, he threw him about 85% of the time. Since then, his slider usage went up, his cutter has went up, and I think it's taken away from his changeup, because the slider, you're turning your hand, you're finishing the opposite way of the changeup. They're hitting over 400 on his changeup, and his changeup used to be devastating. I think he needs to get back to what he did.
0-2. And also a little bit of a problem. His sinker or fastball is 95 miles an hour. His changeup's 92. It's not a big separation.
But there's a ton more movement. He has a ton of movement on both of them. And back in the day when he was really good in 23, I mean, his average fastball in 23, his sinker was 96.3 and his changeup was 91. So there really wasn't that big of a difference then either.
They had him picked off. And get him. He was leaning. Good move by Cano. He's standing there. Jazz is. See if the Yankees will challenge. They do not.
Yeah, he was leaning, he was going there, and a good job at Cano. The timing of his throwover was perfect because he just started to take a step towards second base, and you try to time a pitcher is what you do. Sometimes it's a count that you have. You know, he goes on the count of 4, and you try to time it, and Jazz got caught.
Two and two.
So I look at that pitch, and it's a good pitch, and they call it a slider. How was that different than Sagano's sweeper? look the same to. Sometimes I just don't understand.
It seems like the term sweeper is all-inclusive. Breaking ball that moves down and away.
Yeah.
But they could easily be identified as sliders. Two-two. High fly ball. O'Neill puts it away, and that'll do it for the Yankees in the 5th. We're halfway through. Yankees lead 5-0. It's time for tonight's injury report, brought to you by Montefiore Einstein, the official hospital of the New York Yankees. Chris Bassett placed on the 15-day IL, lower back inflammation, and he is eligible to return for the ALDS this season. He's pitched well. He's a good pitcher. Under 4 ERA.
So are they making the assumption they're not going to be in the wild card round?
Or maybe even if they're in the wild card round, he's going to miss it.
Yeah. Well, now he is.
Yeah. So Jonathan Simon is a communications and media relations assistant with the Yankees. And Jonathan got married today. Jonathan and Carly. Married in Manhasset. There's a ground ball to Volpe. And Jason Zillo is here. He's the Yankees head of media relations. And his whole staff is at the wedding. So Jason's doing it alone, but Jonathan and Carly deserve the celebration.
I agree.
All of the people from the Yankees there. So hope they're having a wonderful time. Congratulations on your marriage.
Yeah, that's great. Congratulations.
And you know what makes Meredith the most happy?
Wasn't at the ballpark?
It was not at the ballpark. He did not ask her to marry him at the ballpark. Right, Meredith?
I couldn't be happier for the couple. I hope they have a wonderful future together. And good job, John, by not proposing at the ballpark.
There's a base hit through the right side for Kobe Mayo.
But Michael, he could have had the ceremony at Yankee Stadium, had the reception in a suite, had it catered by legends, all those things.
That would be good food. We know that.
Those lamb chops. That's my
Prime rib.
I'm telling you, Michael, I used to think about like the days that I got thrown out of games, which didn't happen too often.
No, not that
no.
often.
That's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go into Legends and get some lamb chops.
And did you ever go?
No. I don't think it would have looked right.
Well, you could have sent, a clubby.
Yeah.
That's what O'Neill does. He sends somebody down, gets him some Legends food.
Ground ball, Volpe. There's one. On to first. Not in time. Almost double up Jackson.
Pretty good turn here. I think going down to his knees may have cost him a little bit, but nice quick turn by Jazz. Stayed behind the base, so the runner didn't get into him. Jackson, who's had some success off of left-handers, is running pretty good there. A little faster than Basayo, the catcher, last night.
Here is Jorge Mateo, runner at first, 2 men out. Yankees lead 5-0, 5-7-0, leading 0-3-0. Soft roller. Boy, that's been worn out today for both teams. And a nice play by Goldschmidt, although he slid hard into the bag. And it looks like he's hobbled just a little bit. I guess he's okay. That'll do it. We go to the 6th. Well, thank you, Bob. Jose Ramirez, 30 homers, 40 stolen bases this season, 2nd straight season. He's going to the Hall of Fame. Brian Wu, minor inflammation, right pec. Jose Barrios will pitch out of the bullpen for the Blue Jays. Last 5 starts, not good, 6.14. And we just told you Bassett's out for the rest of the year, too.
You know what's amazing? There seems to be a lot of people going down right now in this late push where guys are having to push hard to fight for spots. You think Seattle's fighting for a spot. Toronto's trying to hold on to the division.
Now, I asked you this earlier in the road trip, and I'm going to make it tougher. So I asked you, if you go into the last game, you have a chance to get the #1 wild card or the #2, would you pitch Max Fried? You said no, absolutely not.
The #1 wild card or the #2 wild card?
Right.
I would not.
Okay, if you have a chance
to win the division, absolutely.
You do.
Yes. If, especially if I'm I'm a 1 seed or a 2 seed, where I'm going to get time off.
Which you would if you were the Yankees or the Blue Jays.
Yeah, the Yankees have, I believe, the 2nd best record in the American League.
But Joe, if you lose that game, then you've lost Fried pitching the first game of the wild card.
I know, but getting out of a round is important.
I agree with you. I agree with you. Pitch to Volpe, low and away.
And I'm going to argue that now that the schedule is much more balanced, I think you should be seeded by the amount of wins you have, not if you win your division.
So you would think that if the Yankees have the 2nd best record in the American League,
they should be the 2 seed. Yes.
See that now? I disagree with you on that because
that's okay. You're allowed.
Because I think that while you have the divisions and the wild cards, keep everybody interested. So what I would agree with you that once you win, and let's say if the Yankees go in as a wild card, they win the wild card, they go to the ALDS against a division winner who had a worse record. I think the Yankees should have home field then. I think they should reseed.
Okay. I think that's right too. He's got dirt on everywhere. He's got it on his pants. He's got it on his back. You look at Volpe.
Three and two. Volpe with a single and a walk.
He's swung the bat well since he's come back. He's 4 for 12 since he's come back.
Another base hit for Volpe. So 2 for 2 with a walk.
Make that 5 for 13, Michael. With a couple walks, you're going to see this breaking ball. He stays on it pretty good. Doesn't over-rotate. You see the belt pointing right at the second baseman. When your hips go too far, that's when you run out of bat and you swing and miss. And just a really good job by Anthony Volpe. He's made some adjustments.
Now, you mentioned earlier in the road trip that the last time he had a cortisone shot at the All-Star break, for 2 weeks he was really locked in.
Yes.
So he had the cortisone shot and missed 6 games, 4 of which he was unable to play. But my question is, do you think it's the cortisone shot or all the time off?
I think it's a combination of both.
Runner goes, and Volpe is in there as the ball not handled by Henderson.
Yeah, it looks like he slid right into the tag, which knocked it out of Henderson's hand. And I think that's part of the reasons they throw up the line. I also think it's easier for them to make the tag, but you're going to watch this. No, it looks like he dropped it before. I mean, when you slide so hard into second base, infielders know that, and that hit at the same time. The ball hits his glove, and his foot hits the glove, and it knocks it out of Henderson's glove. Wow. And they're lucky that it didn't go into the outfield, into left field.
So that's the 18th stolen base for Volpe.
And that's the one thing as a catcher, you're not taught to throw it like ankle high where they receive it. You want it like knee high, in between the knee and the belt, so they can just drop the tag, and you don't have that problem of the foot or head first, could be the helmet, running into the baseball.
There's a base hit to right field. Rounding third and heading home is Volpe. Jackson bobbles. He'll fire to second. It's an RBI single for Grisham, and it's 6-0 Yanks.
Trent Grisham has been on an RBI tear, 23 in the last 23 games coming into tonight, so it's 24 and 24 now. Does a really good job staying on this changeup, and he's a good changeup hitter. We saw him hit a home run in Minnesota, a couple home runs in Minnesota on changeups, and you're seeing an infielder who is now playing the outfield, learning on the job, kind of boots that ball, but he's got no chance. He should have come up and gone to second base anyway.
Grounded right to Mayo. There's one. Back to first. It's a double play. Yankees get a run, 2 hits, and nobody left on base. 6-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. It's time to name that Yankee. Brought to you by Prevagen, made for your brain. Those are the teams. Those are the numbers. It's a 10, so this is the hardest you can get. So I'm going to give a little bit of a clue. So there's 3 of us in the booth. It involves one of our names. And that's all you get. Montefiore Einstein scoreboard 6-0. Yankees. Rodón, another strong start. And he'll face the top of the Orioles order. Starting with Jackson Holliday.
So here's the things that I think you have to guard against as a pitcher and a catcher. Third time through, they've seen your stuff. They have 3 hits, 2 slow rollers down the first base side, and excuse me hit through the hole between first and second. How much do you change what you're doing? How much do you not just stick with what has worked? And you know they've seen it. You know they've seen the changeups away. If you're right-handed, you've seen the sinker away. If you're left-handed, you've seen the slider. They really haven't had hard contact so far.
Swing and a miss. Well, if you're asking me, Joe, I'd stay with what I'm doing. I have a 6-0 lead, so.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. And there might be the adjustment that I would make, Michael, is I might change the sequence of the pitches that I'm using. Like if I'd started a guy off with a changeup 2 times in a row, I might start him with a fastball, but not necessarily the pitches that I'm throwing to him.
There's Westberg. And a strike. You know, that strikeout of Holliday, that's the 6th Yankee strikeout brought to you by Audi and the 2025 Audi Q6. Visit your local Tri-State Audi dealer today.
So I don't gamble, and I don't know what it's called, but is he 1 strikeout away from reaching all the? Is it a parlay?
A parlay, yep. The 3 things that were listed.
Yeah.
Yep. Now he's 1 strike away. Oof. This is if you took what was up there, that's, yeah.
He could be really good with the swing and miss here.
Three and 2.
So he's gotten him twice with that slider right there. And he's basically pitched him pretty much the same. He started him with the slider, he backed through, but he stayed away from him early, and he's finished him down and in late. It's like they're going away again.
Soft ground ball up the middle, backhanded by Chisholm. Throw to first. Got him. Well, things are still fluid, but if the postseason started, this would be the bracket right now. Mets against the Dodgers, the Phillies would get the winner. Padres against the Cubs, Milwaukee would get the winner. Yankees and Red Sox and the Blue Jays would get the winner. And the Astros and the Tigers, Seattle would get the winner in the ALDS. But again, subject to change.
So they're trying to create that March Madness feel. But in March Madness, they reseed, don't they? No, they don't.
No.
Oh, that's right.
Driven out to right field, going back Judge. He's there. And a 1-2-3 inning for Carlos Rodón. We're going to the 7th. Yankees up 6-0. Well, come out to Yankee Stadium on Tuesday, September 23rd, when the Yankees kick off the final homestand of the season and take on the White Sox. First 18,000 guests in attendance receive a Yankees cap courtesy of Cannon. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today at Yankees.com. The new pitcher is Jose Espada, and he's the 70th player used this season by the Orioles.
Wow.
And that ties a major league record, which was set just last year by the 2024 Marlins. Recalled from AAA Norfolk yesterday. You see his numbers there. 83 strikeouts in 54 innings. Opponents at 177 against him. Kind of amazing that it's the last 2 years that record's been set, Joe. In the past, when they had 40-man rosters in September, you would think it would have been set then.
Yeah, that's right.
So a spot against Judge. 28 years old. Former 5th-round pick by Toronto out of high school in Puerto Rico. Way up there on the right side. Who's going to get it? Jackson Holliday fights it into his glove. That was not easy.
I think it was a pretty good decision for Mayo to turn that over to Jackson Holliday, because he looked like he thought he was going to catch it. He wasn't really close. You know, Michael, they say there's no bad hops in the air, but I don't believe it. Watch this bad hop he gets. Mayo's like, I got it. No, you're not close, young man. Oh,
He kind of waved with his bare hand.
yeah.
Bellinger pops it up, so they give the left side a try. Westberg in fair territory for out number 2.
Well, let's remember, between 23 and 24, Westberg didn't make an error for like 90 games. So he's pretty sure-handed. He was playing second and third those years.
Kansas City heading to the 8th inning, leads Toronto 2-1. And Cleveland, a couple of outs away from sweeping a doubleheader against the Twins.
They'd be 1 game behind Detroit.
Stunning.
It's
Another high pop-up. Jackson can't get there.
I think the ball girl down the right field line had the best chance.
She
of that
did.
ball. Yeah. She wanted no part of it. Smart. She got out of the way. I would say he's a fly ball pitcher.
You think?
But I was saying they kind of flipped the script on Detroit. Cleveland kind of sold.
Yeah.
And now look at him.
It's amazing. It's almost what Detroit did last year.
It's reverse.
Yep. Swing and a miss. Stanton down on strikes. So Espada works a 1-2-3-7. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. the Orioles 0-3-0. Rodón 6 innings. He's still in there. Yankee home runs, as they mentioned, Stanton and Judge. Sugano lasted 3. Gunnar Henderson, a single and a stolen base. Pitch to Tyler O'Neill is a strike.
It's a long dart changeup right there, Michael.
O'Neill is 0 for 2. One and 2.
Boy, his changeup's been excellent too. We talked about Max Fried's changeup against this club on Thursday. A lot of success. Carlos has been great. He started to mix in some backdoor sliders the 3rd time through the lineup to the righties to start him off. Done a really good job with a plan and executing it.
Yeah, I'm so impressed, Joe, about what Rodón has done. His first year with the Yankees, it looked like a total bust. The last game in Kansas City, turned his back on Matt Blake. It was not a good season for him. And then you just wondered if he'd be on the scrap heap of Yankee free agents that could make it in New York. But he came back in great shape last year, put together a really good season. And you know what, Joe? He's better this year.
He's absolutely better, and I think his changeup has evolved for him. And the other thing, in 23, he started off hurt, and he tried to catch up, and he never caught up. And I just think sometimes it's so hard for players, and then you feel like you're rushed, and then you start doing things that you're not capable of doing because you don't have the arm strength, and it just leads to all kind of problems. But you're right, Michael. The way he has responded has been great.
Check out the leaders, brought to you by your local Tri-State Genesis retailer. So Rodón with 16 wins, 1 behind Crochet, 2 behind his teammate Max Fried, who leads the American League with 18 wins, and Brian Wu, who left the game with a pec injury yesterday. He has 15 wins.
I feel like it's the year of the left-hander this year.
Seems like it, right? Speaking of Brian Wu, Seattle leads Houston 5-0. The bottom of the 6th inning. We keep talking, Joe, about Cleveland closing in on Detroit. And there's a walk to O'Neill, and something else could be happening too. I mean, they could overtake Houston and Boston for the wild card. I mean, it's not just,
you're correct.
The Central that you're looking at.
They're only 3 games back of the Yankees in the wild card too. I mean, this is not. I mean, they have put themselves in a wonderful position if they play well the next 8 games.
There's a wild card right now. At this point, they're just a game behind the Red Sox and the Astros.
And the Astros are losing tonight, so they would have the same number of losses.
Yep.
If Seattle holds on.
And the Red Sox lead Tampa Bay 3-2 in the 7th with a runner on third base and 2 men out for the Rays at Steinbrenner Field. Cleveland up 8-0 now, bottom of the 8th inning in Minnesota, about to sweep. We gave you the other 2 scores. This is everything that baseball could want.
Yeah. The National League wild card is interesting.
Swing and a miss. Mountcastle down on strikes. O'Neill stays put at first. 1 away. Well, let's check out Rodón tonight. Pitching decisions presented by Sage.
Well, he has been excellent tonight. He's been in full command of the strike zone. You see the nasty changeup. You see the back foot slider. Swing and a miss. A changeup that runs away from Westberg. He gets Mountcastle on a backdoor slider. Jackson Holliday on the slider away. Just really good stuff.
That one gets away, allowing O'Neill to go to second.
Yeah, this is a slider that he's trying to bring back, but he's got to turn his glove the other way on that one.
That scored a pass ball.
I used to hate those two words, Michael.
All right, so an update, Joe.
Okay, update.
Tampa has just tied Boston. 3-3 now.
Pass balls used to keep me up at night, Michael. As much as any.
Did you hate them more than getting a base stolen on you?
Oh, absolutely. Because you feel like a pass ball is pretty much usually your own doing.
2-1.
He's at 87 pitches now. That's where Sugano was after 3 innings.
Amazing. Two 2-2.
A couple of back-to-back changeups. I think he could throw him another one, Michael, especially like those changeups cut a little bit. Sometimes they cut. If it had fade, I think he'll get him out.
Slow roller, right side. They get the out. Moving to third is O'Neill.
They almost had another, excuse me, hit on this changeup from Carlos Rodón. I mean, just another outstanding pitch. He gets him way out front. Jazz is playing up the middle to hold the runner. Has to go a long way. And I tell you, as a first baseman, that would make me panic when they're that close to you and they have to throw it hard from down under to try to pick it up. Ooh.
And a strike to Mayo. Driven deep to left field, giving chase is Bellinger on the run. It's a fair ball. It is a double and an RBI from Mayo, allowing O'Neill to score. And the Yankees now lead by 5-6-1.
Yeah, that had to be really close to being a foul ball. It kind of disappeared from our vantage point. We're going to take a look at this, how close this is to being a foul ball.
Very.
Yeah, looks like it hits at the bottom of the fence on the yellow line. Oh, that's too bad. Carlos has pitched so well. I would think at this point you'll see someone in the Yankees bullpen get up as he's hit 91 pitches. Got to be careful here, Michael. Bat speed and power. There's a ton of whiff, but he hits the ball extremely hard.
One and one.
Take another look at this ball down the left field line.
Wow. Wow. Did it?
That's it probably just nips the white line.
I didn't see any chalk fly up, but the Yankees didn't challenge. It kind of hit between the padding and the dirt. I think that's a foul ball.
No, I think it hits right on the white line, Michael.
Did you saw chalk?
It didn't hit the padding. I didn't see chalk come up, but it's paint now. It's not chalk.
Right.
So I mean, well, that's from Bellinger. It is chalk. That's from Bellinger's foot, I'm quite sure.
I guess there's a little white spot on the wall there. Two swung on and missed, and that'll do it. One run though on one hit with one man left. We go to the eighth. It's 6-1 Yankees. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the New York Yankees and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent of the New York Yankees. Getting a lot of handshakes and high fives, so this night probably over after 7 innings of good work. Hyundai scoreboard, Yankees lead 6-1 as we head to the 8th.
Yeah, just a brilliant outing from Carlos Rodón. 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. 8 strikeouts and only 1 walk.
Jazz with the ground ball to first. And Mayo steps on the bag. 1 pitch, 1 out. That spot has been very economical.
Got like 6 pitches and 4 outs.
Crowd of 37,675 here on this Saturday evening. Only area of a lot of empty seats, the upper deck in left field, but otherwise it's a big crowd. Paul Goldschmidt takes a strike. Joe, I don't want to jinx anything, but
Okay.
Quinn Walcott, not many arguments with him, the home plate ump.
No.
Right?
No.
In comparison to yesterday.
That was just waiting to happen, that 3rd inning there.
Another high fly. Really high. Oh, who's going to get it? No one. It's a base hit.
That should be a hit.
Of course it should.
Yeah. I told you there's bad hops, Michael. I mean, Jackson Holliday trips over Kobe Mayo, and then it falls in between 3 guys, the dreaded triangle.
Didn't touch anyone. It's got to be a hit.
And you have a right fielder that is an infielder. He steps on his foot. Oh, my goodness.
It is a hit. Swing, ball drop. Goldschmidt going to second, out.
Alex Jackson does a tremendous job of blocking, and your job is not done. You're taught to block and recover, and it stays right in front of him. He's got a really strong arm, and he makes a perfect throw. You're going to watch it. Well, he really picked it, Michael, and he got lucky that it landed right in front of home plate, right behind home plate, and he can make a throw to Gunnar Henderson and get Goldie. And that's a great read by Paul Goldschmidt. It's not supposed to drop there the way he backhanded that.
Swing and a miss. McMahon down on strikes. No runs a hit, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Well, it's time for the bullpen budget, brought to you by Citizens. Make sense of your money with Citizens. They used 4 pitchers yesterday. Doval just threw 1 pitch. And coming out of the bullpen, it's going to be Luke Weaver, who didn't pitch yesterday, has not pitched since Wednesday. I'd say everybody's available today.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that.
Weaver, 12 runs allowed in the last 12 appearances. They need to get him right, Joe. They need to get him to the pitcher that he was in last year's postseason.
Yeah, but when he's given up runs, Michael, it's been 3 runs, 5 runs in a game. It's just, it's not like they nickeled and dimed him to death. It's been more big innings he hasn't been able to stay out.
So Luke Weaver on a relief of Carlos Rodón, who pitched strong 7. Another game where he allowed 2 earned runs or fewer. Just 1, actually. Bottom of the 8th inning, 6-1 Yankees.
So here's something I disagree with, Michael. You talked about it yesterday. The manager, Tony Mansolino, was doing what's right for the organization. Right? I got to send one of my left-handers up here to pinch hit. And I know he has better numbers against left-handers. But you look at what Beavers has done his first 25 games. He's on base all the time. You need base runners. You have a guy that only has 80 at bats this year and has really struggled. And he may get on. But I'm thinking about next year in case he has to do that. I want him used to doing it because you know he didn't do it in the minor leagues. He was playing every day.
But you're discounting the fact that Weaver's tougher against lefties.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's a little strange. I almost get the sense that all of their young players should be playing every day.
Every day.
I mean, Jackson Holliday wasn't in one of the first 2 games. Why?
Right.
He should be playing every day.
And he had been playing really well, and maybe if you're going to give him a day off, you give him a day off, you know, against the lefty. But Beavers has not played against either lefty.
3-2.
And I'm surprised. Like, he's one of their top prospects. He's the future, and you got to find out next year, can I play him against every day, or is he a platoon player?
Right side. Jazz puts it away. Joe, I'm wondering if you remember this day. On this day in 1998, you're on that Yankee team at this ballpark, and everybody was kind of shocked. Cal Ripken Jr. was not in the starting lineup. And they had Ryan Miner as the third baseman. That broke his streak.
I think kind of is an understatement. We were all shocked. Yesterday was the day that he played the last game, in a sense, in that streak, and for him not to be in that, I can't imagine how strange he felt sitting on the bench.
2,632 straight games, and there's nothing wrong with him that day, but they felt that this streak had become an anvil over the organization's head, so they wanted to end it, you know, at the end of the year.
We were fortunate we got to be a part of that, and to be able to give him a standing ovation from our dugout. And we had some really battles with the Orioles during those years that we played against them, but it was something that we all had the utmost respect for what he did.
Cal is now a part owner with the new group that bought the Orioles from the Angelos family. Well, Cleveland, Minnesota, that's over. Cleveland wins 8-0, so they sweep a doubleheader. And in one of the games, Joe Ryan started. So
He started the second one.
There you go.
I noticed that Luke Weaver has been using his cutter a little bit more. I mean, he's been a guy that's been mostly fastball changeup. But with maybe some of his struggles, he's trying to give the hitters a little bit different look. See if he can steal a strike. Yankees saw Joe Ryan, what was that, early August? Man, he was filthy.
Yep.
Boy,
So here's the wild card now. And down goes Holiday. 2-way. And here's a look back on this day in 1998. You looked up at the board and you go, what, third base? Ryan Miner? The Yankees gave him the love. 2-time AL MVP, consecutive game streak, won a championship in '83, 19-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year in '82, in the Hall of Fame.
he was the face of baseball. 8 Silver Sluggers.
Joe,
Troy,
you don't age, man.
no. Troy, our producer, needs to get some glasses or something, because he says I look the same.
You do. I mean,
No.
you have gray hair now, but you look the same. You really age terrifically. Popped up on the right side. I mean, you also have to take into account there's manager years and then there's regular human years, and you still look good. Same guy, look.
Yeah.
Guy on the right's really aged.
Meredith, how old were you in 1998? Like 15. Unbelievable. 14, 13. It's unbelievable.
Oh, 2 on Westberg. You know, one more thing about the standings, Joe. Houston looks like it's going to lose.
Yes.
So if Houston loses, Cleveland's tied. They have the same amount of losses at 71.
Yes.
Wow.
Michael, you know what I miss though? I miss those one-game playoffs.
Yeah.
I know baseball does it by, head to head.
Yeah, if there was a wild card, there would never been a 1978 one-game play. Look at you. Handsome on the left, handsome on the right. It's time for the upcoming schedule, brought to you by your local Tri-State Buick dealers. One more game against the Orioles in this series, and we'll have it tomorrow on Yes. 1:35 first pitch. Monday's an off day, and then the final 6 games are all at home. They're all on Yes. White Sox for 3, and then the Orioles finish off the regular season with 3 at the stadium. We go to the 9th inning. Anthony Volpe leads off. Espada in his 3rd inning of work.
First 2 innings, Michael, 14 pitches.
I'll take it.
He could pitch like 14 innings tonight.
Yep. The Yankees lead by 5. 1-1. Volpe 2 for 2 with a walk. Bednar hasn't pitched in a while. It's not a save situation, so he'll pitch the 9th.
And knowing that you have an off day Monday, the most he'd have to work would be 2 days in a row. So keep him sharp.
You go into a game like this, you're a manager, and do you say before the game, I'm using Bednar no matter what?
Sometimes you do.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got a pretty good split, Michael. I've seen him touch 95. He's been in their organization a couple of years. Was up with San Diego earlier in his career.
Well, it's over. Kansas City's beaten Toronto. So if the Yankees hold on here, the lead is down to 2 with 7 games remaining.
A month ago, you thought that Detroit had run away with it. A month ago, you had thought that Toronto had somewhat run away with it.
And Volpe down on strikes.
Yeah, that's a really good split. I mean, they said he's pitched pretty well, and they put him on the 40-man roster. I think like in August. The chance to show something.
Wave through. 0-2 on Grisham. Grisham has 2 hits and 4 at-bats. Picked up a 72nd ribby. Driving in Volpe in the 6th. Swing and a miss. That's the 4th strikeout for Espada.
Not much of a scouting report on this guy. The thing that he's done, Michael, is he's been ahead in the count all day.
What does he have, Trent? I don't know. I didn't hit it. Thanks.
Who was the manager that asked Yogi about Whitey when he walked out to the mound? He said, "What's he got today?"
It was Casey.
Casey.
Yeah.
Yogi told him, "I don't know. I ain't caught nothing yet."
Down the right field line. And foul.
Wow.
Deep into the seats. Wow. Is that given a ride or what?
Yeah, that was almost on Utah Street in an area that we don't see Utah Street. I didn't think he hit it that well.
Two and 1 on Rice. Ben is 0 for 4 tonight. Three and 1. Judge is on deck. And the count full.
Got to ton of confidence in that pitch. I mean, to throw it 3-1 with Aaron Judge on deck, I'd be trying not to face Aaron Judge in this situation. And he threw him a 3-1 split, threw it for a strike.
Trevor Story singled in the top of the 9th inning, scoring Ceddanne Rafaela, and the Red Sox now lead the race 4-3.
All right, which game did you tell me just went to a final 3-2? I'm getting confused. There's so many we're watching. Or 4-3.
Well, 2-1 was Toronto losing.
Okay, that's all right.
Ground ball to second. And Espada retires the Yankees in order. We go to the bottom of the 9th here in Baltimore. The Inner Harbor looks calm as the Yankees lead 6-1. It's time to find out who that Yankee is. Let's name them. There are the numbers. Those are the teams. I said the clue, one of our names. Joe Girardi's middle name is Elliott. And the player is Elliott Maddox.
Spelled the same, dude. Some people only have one T, Michael.
Let's take a look at Elliott Maddox, who is a brilliant center fielder. Drives that one into right center field. Gets a double down the line.
That would be a triple.
A triple, you're right. Born in East Orange, New Jersey, attended Union High School. 8th in the 74 American League MVP voting. The 303 that year, 18 outfield assists. And this broke little Michael K's heart. Bill Verdon made him switch positions with Bobby Mercer as the starting center fielder in 1974. And inducted into the Jewish Sports Hall of Fame in 2004. David Bednar will try to get the final 3 outs. Joe, you weren't in New York in 74. You were just a kid. You can't believe the uproar that caused. I mean, Bobby Mercer was the Yankee center fielder.
Yeah.
And Bill Verdon said, no, this guy's better. Better defender. Driven out into left center field. Bellinger's there to make the play. 1 down. Well, fans, after the final, I'll get highlights, analysis, clubhouse interviews, and we'll hear from Aaron Boone on the Manager's Report. It's all coming up on the W.B. Mason Yankees postgame.
Those are the tough moves that you have to make as a manager, because you know it's the right move, but you know it's an unpopular move.
Right.
And it takes time to get through it. And you have to prepare the guy you're moving. And then, you know, his teammates are always going to be protective of a beloved player.
Yep. I don't know if Bobby ever got over it.
Bobby was a Cub. That's how I knew Bobby. Isn't that funny? Like Joe Pepitone was a Cub that I knew as a Cub.
Where did he play in Chicago, right or center?
I want to say
because
he
his
was
first
in
move
right.
after New York was the Giants, San Francisco. Then he went to the Cubs and then back to the Yanks. And down goes O'Neill. And the Orioles are down to their final out. And here's Mountcastle.
You look at the Yankees, these last 36 games, they've been 24-12. The starting pitching's ERA has been 2.90.
That'll get it
Fabulous.
done. This should do it. Ground ball to Volpe. Sets. Fires. Yankees win 6-1. And they pull to within 2 of first place. With the Blue Jays losing and the Yankees winning, they are just 2 games back of the top of the division.
Well, 17th win for Carlos Rodón. He was excellent tonight. 7 strong innings, kept his pitch count down. Easy innings, gave up some weak base hits. A big 3-run homer from Giancarlo Stanton in the first, and the Yankees never looked back.
They are on a run right now. Can they complete it and win the division? As we said, the magic number for clinching a postseason, it's down to 5. More to come. Awards in the postgame.
God bless you. I'm upon this one again. No.
Double pro.
I met this girl last December. Her name is Monica. She send me her picture from Twitter. She dey always wear short nika tie. Monica too fine, no, but Monica too like money. I spend money for Monica. She still the follow. She still the waka. See Monica with trendy boy. I see Monica with the GoPro. I see Monica with some more healer. GC, now waiting this up. God forbid Monica. Monica no be wife for material. Too much money for Monica. I buy many things for Monica, yeah. School fees for your brother, Christmas clothes for your sister, plenty wrapper for your mother. I buy your father Okada tie. She still the waka. She still the follow. God forbid Monica. Monica no be wife material.
If you get money, Monica go stay with you. If you not get money, Monica fit stay with you. Monica, follow. If you get big things, she swallow. If you don't get, borrow. Monica don't take for Kalika, fi shame you. If you today no be the same you, why can't they love the same you? Monica when I see for Facebook, Monica go far away. Monica dey with that day, fuck me I go away. Tell me I like it. She con dey spend money. Monica want come party. If you no come concert, Monica no be dundee. She like dundies.
Come to my place, she go run, come. I swear she go run, come. She see me take out money, she go shake bum. She go shake bum. She dey pepper for mat like say I lick dum. I say I lick dum. She do like skin that she know they use condom. I swear she know they use condom. Monica, oh, Monica go kill the best yo. Too much money for Monica. I buy many things for Monica. Yeah. School fees for your brother, Christmas clothes for your sister, plenty wrapper for your mother. I buy your father Okada tie. She still the waka. She still the follow. God forbid Monica. Monica no be wife material.
It's